Hey everyone, it's Rob from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, I have an exciting unboxing and review for you here today. It is the Godox V100 100 watt round head flash. So I have the Godox V100, a brand new unit here to start off 2025. This is Godox's new Speedlight Flash. For those of you who are not familiar, Godox have a range of speedlights. They have speedlights ranging in different sizes, different shapes. You have the TT350, which is a small speedlight. You have the V350, which is the lithium ion battery version. TT685, which is a larger standard speedlight. You have the V860 Mark III, which is the lithium ion version of that. And you have the V1 as well as the V1 Pro. Now the V1 and V1 Pro have become the standard if you're after a speed light that has a lot of bang for buck. So that flash in particular was rated at 76 watt seconds. This one here is a new entry from Godox. This is a V100, so it's a 100 watt second speed light flash. The great thing about this is that it obviously has the same output as a 80-100 Pro, and it has some features adopted from the V1 as well as the new V1 Pro. And for those of you that have a keen eye and probably have seen this online, you can see on the picture here, it has that sub flash on the front. So let's unbox this and take a closer look at what's included. First thing we have is the user guide here, as well as a new piece of documentation they've added, which is a compatible camera models of Godox camera flashes. So that's a new guide there. You've got the cold shoe stand for the flash. You have a battery for the V100. This is the new VB30 battery, and this was seen on the new V1 Pro. And this VB30 battery is essentially the same as the VB26 batteries from the original V1. There's been a few different iterations, a VB26A and a VB26B. This is the VB30, and the main difference is that it has a USB Type-C charging port, which means you can charge this with the standard charger. However, you can obviously charge it with a USB Type-C as well. In here, we have a few accessories. Let's have a look. And this appears to be that sub flash that we were talking about. So this is called the SU-1, and it's a particular model sub flash that's compatible with the V100. As well as a power brick here. This is just a plug-in charger that's a USB Type-A. And they also provide a USB Type-A to Type-C charger to charge your battery up. And of course, the main thing that we're here to see, which is the V100 flash itself, in what looks to be a pretty new style pouch, carry pouch for the V100. You can see there's a belt loop there that's all Velcro. You also have another belt loop here too. It's a little pouch actually, and that would essentially be for your sub flash. You can see you can slide in there. Now this is the flash itself. And for those of you that have had a look at or even own a V1 or a V1 Pro, it's a lot of familiarity with this kind of model here. You can see the main difference is right here at the back, which is that new screen that we'll take a look at shortly. Now, before we jump in on how to use and set up the V100 flash, we've actually compared previous Godox flash models in a big comparison video. If you want to take a closer look at that one, click the link up above. Now, this is the V100 just straight out of the box. First and foremost, you can see there's a lot of similarities to former round head flashes from Godox. So it looks really similar to the brand new V1 Pro, as well as obviously the same shape as the original V1. So these are round head flashes, and obviously it produces a more even, natural looking light output and light throw. These are still compatible with Godox's AKR1 magnetic accessories, so that's really good. They haven't changed that, and all the sizes will still be compatible. So if you've already got those will work. To set it up, you've got the VB30 battery here. This is the USB Type-C as mentioned, and this simply slides in just like former V1 and V1 Pro models, just like that. You can see it's actually a direct pass-through, so that passes directly through. You can see there's a hole right in the center there, and that goes straight through, and you've got an eject button on the side here. Now, the main feature of the V1 Pro as opposed to previous models is this really large screen here. This is a 2.3-inch color LCD screen, and it's also a touch screen. So the great thing about this is that it's a touch screen, but it also has manual dials here, specifically the dial here, as well as an input button, a center button here. So you can select options via touch or via dial here. And some physical features on the flash, you can see there's Godox branding. There's a few air vents on the side here. You've also got this ability to tilt the head still from, directly 90 degrees, from 45 degrees all the way up to 105, and even reverse. There, you've also got those dials at the bottom, and you've got that locking mechanism there for the hot shoe, which is a popular feature just to quickly lock and release your flash if it were mounted to a stand or to a bracket like this, or to your camera body itself. Now on the front, you've got the optical sensor still, and you've got that component there that you can slide in, this SU-1 sub flash, which is a great feature. Now this is not really an essential piece of equipment, but it is a good accessory to have. A sub flash will produce a front facing flash, and that will allow you to have a little bit more light on the front, or simply, so you slide that in just there and that locks into place. You can use that in low light situations to have a bit of front flash, and obviously you have the ability to change the angle and position of your light output of the actual V100 itself. Now we're just going to jump in and run through some of these settings here. So to turn on the flash, simply hold the power button, and you can see it says here rotate screen or dial to unlock. So you can rotate the screen just like that on a touch screen, or you can use a physical dial to do so. So you've got two ways or two methods on how to operate the actual flash itself. Now you can see the touchscreen immediately shows the mode that you're in, it shows the output level, it also shows the zoom, and it shows the sub flash output level as well. And you can simply touch the settings to increase that, so you can see it's actually going up in 0.1 stop increments, or you can actually just use your finger to drag it. So you can go really quickly from 1/256 output all the way up to 1/1, or there we go, 1/1 if you wanted to go to full output immediately on the flash. You also have the mode toggle here, so you can jump between TTL mode and increasing a bit of additional stops here. If you're in TTL mode, down from -3 all the way up to +3, and jumping back into manual, so you can toggle easily between those two modes. And here you can jump into your zoom, and you can see you have 28, 35, 50, 70, 80, and 105mm zoom modes to toggle through. And of course, as mentioned, you have the toggle for the on-off for the sub flash, and how strong you want that sub flash to be as well. There we go. So the fact that it's on-off shows that this is kind of like an optional accessory. It's a good to have, especially when you're in a pinch, if you're after some additional front-facing lighting. Now jumping into let's go back into the menu. You've got three options right at the top here. You've got wireless off, you've got sender mode, which is essentially your master mode if you want to use the V100 as a master flash. And you've also got receiver mode if you're wanting to use the V100 as a slave flash. Wireless off essentially is an individual speedlight mode, so that means if you're going to be using the V100 as the one and only flash source in your setup. Receiver is if you're wanting to use this as a slave, and you can see when you press receiver, it takes over the entire screen, and the screen itself now is just set to receive a signal from the master. And also the sender mode, which is your master, and you can see you have toggles between groups here. You can go almost using this as like your triggering master. You can control multiple groups of flashes through master mode. Otherwise, you just go back into wire off, and that means you're in individual mode for this flash. You also have menu down the bottom, as well as wireless. And wireless is if you're using this with the wireless triggering system from Godox. This is the 2.4 GHz X wireless system, which includes the older X1 trigger, the X2 trigger, the X Pro trigger, the X Pro Mark II, and the brand new X3 trigger. And you can see you can actually toggle between channels and IDs here. And you can also scan for the actual trigger to pair up with one-touch wireless sync with the X3 trigger, and that's Godox's brand new touchscreen trigger. Now when we jump back into menu here, you can see There's a few different options here. You've got sender flash on off, you've got power type, so you can change your power type from decimals or fractions. You've also got photo cell, so you can slide it to slave 1 or 2. You've also got meters of feet. You've also got standby, auto off, model. This is your modeling lamp. Now the modeling lamp you can set to continuous or continue on to interrupt. So it will continue and stay on if your while it shoots, and interrupt would mean that it will turn off as you shoot. You have screen, you can change the language, you've got factory reset, and you've also got device info for this flash. Now the V100 still has that 2-watt modeling lamp here. It's got a color temperature of 3300 Kelvin, and it's definitely useful in a pinch, especially in low light situations. When you're trying to pull focus, that modeling light will definitely assist with that. It's definitely not a modeling light that you can use as a continuous lighting source, but perfect in conjunction with using this to gain focus and use in low light situations. Apart from that, this flash is definitely a welcome addition to Godox's range of flashes. People particularly like the AD100 flash. It also has the round head that matches with all those AKR1 magnetic accessories. However, it didn't have the ability to be camera mounted. Now you have Godox's strongest flash in its range that's mountable to a camera, which is this 100 watt-second flash. So the V100 is a welcome addition for those looking for a bit more output, a bit more punch in their light setup. Perhaps you use this as your main on-camera flash, paired up with a wider range of lights that could be a few off-camera flashes. So having one stronger light source here that you know will be used in pretty much all shooting scenarios, this is a great addition to Godox's range. So that was our unboxing and review of Godox's brand new V100 flash. For more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. Leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comments section below your thoughts, or if you have any questions about the Godox V100. Follow us on socials, the links are down below, and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.